Apart by Journey was number 27.
We're on the air.
We're on the air! Yeah! Hey, everybody! Oh, I just got a notification. Sweet. I love it when it works. A lot of people are going to be surprised.
This is the secret show.
The secret show. The unadvertised secret show that... Oops, I need to mute so that you don't hear me. Okay, good.
Maybe I'm not subscribed to my own channel.
That can happen. Or maybe because you're your own channel, you can't get a thing. It's like, well, if he doesn't know about it, I mean, it's him.
Yeah, that would be... You would think.
That makes sense to me. Cold, sweet beer.
Sweet beer?
How'd you know? Oh, this is a cream ale for me.
What are you drinking? Castle Danger? Or?
No, this is the Eighth Wonder Brewery's AstroTurf.
I'm drinking a natural coconut flavored sparkling water by LaCroix.
I love the LaCroix. Those guys are awesome. LaCroix.
LaCroix. LaCroix. He's a big one.
LaCroix? Is that what it's called?
If I'm not careful, I'll be dead in seconds.
It doesn't taste like coconuts.
Coconuts. Yep. Wait,
are you sure there's no sock in there? It's the Wacky British show.
Hey, my channel.
Yeah.
Oh. The channel's actually got quite a few subscribers now. My channel. Look at that. We're live right now.
We are. Let's read a passage from Matt Bellassai's book, Everything is Awful.
Oh, go ahead.
Neither of my parents went to college, and as much as they wanted to help me through the process, they didn't know how, and it only made my teenage a-hole self more resentful and self-entitled. Fine, I thought, I'll figure this crap out myself. Just get ready to write a very large student loan check every month for the next 20 to 50 years, and we'll be totally okay. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Thanks. That was Matt Bellassai's Everything is Awful, now available on in hardback.
He's not even a sponsor.
No, but he should be.
Why is everything awful?
That's his shtick. He likes to... Well, he used to be on BuzzFeed, and he would go on and drink a giant glass of wine and then go off on a topic, and it was hilarious.
Oh, Dave!
He still does that on occasion.
Dave from Buffalo is in the chat.
Dave from Buffalo, available for chat.
How come I can't do night mode anymore? What happened? Did they get rid of that?
They I don't know. They hid it someplace. Do you want to go to gaming.youtube.com? Is that what you're thinking about?
Why, is that a new thing now?
No. Hey, how come our category is gaming? Oh, that kind of makes sense.
Well, yeah. Because, potentially we talk about gaming.
Yeah, Dave, are you being affected by the Bob cyclone?
He's in Buffalo, New York.
I mean, it's up on the East Coast, so I don't know if I thought that thing was moving upwards.
It's possible.
Dave from Buffalo.
This is the secret show.
Yes, our special guest host is actually with us right now.
He's behind door number 1, 2, or 3.
1, 2, or 3. I don't pick doors, so you do it.
Oh,
let's mute this. I don't want any of these. I don't want any of my tabs to start making noise while we're having a show on. Oh, somebody else joined.
Oh, goodness. Now it's getting exciting in here.
All right, there's 2 people.
Want to hear a creepy sound effect I made?
Yeah, let's bring it.
Oh my god.
I can't breathe.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Mark, are you okay? Oh my god. Like, oh my god.
It's okay, it's the ghost of Phil Donahue. Wait, is he dead?
I don't know.
think he is. What the hell is he doing all the time?
Oh.
Ah.
The summer wind came blowing in from across the sea.
Should we talk about who we tried to get onto the show today?
Oh, sure. Who did we try to get on the show today?
Well, I think we were trying to get Fett on. What happened there?
I'm not really sure. You know, Dan was in charge of that. So.
Okay. Joe Synagogue is doing batting lessons, I think.
He's also partially committed to doing the show in the future.
Yes. I did get a duder out of that. And we have some other interesting people that I've been talking to. One is definitely in sooner than later, so...
Oh, yeah, Tony
we'll
Temple.
Be mixing it up.
I talked to Tony Temple. He's going to be on the show soon.
Oh, nice.
Probably could have got him lined up for today if I'd not been working my butt off so hard over the Christmas holiday. Hey, how was Christmas? How was New Year?
Well, we don't celebrate New Year here, but yeah, of course, it was great. I had a good time.
What do you mean you don't celebrate the New Year?
I'm just pulling your leg. We do celebrate it.
You pulled it pretty hard.
We light off fireworks outside. It was just my niece and her boyfriend. His name is Serge.
Sergio?
No, just Serge. We sometimes call him the Serge. Like, are you going to bring over the Serge?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice guy.
We also have some female guests that we're going to try to line up, but we'll just tease that.
And both of them are going to be arcade owners, oddly enough.
Well, I thought we had 3, but okay. 2 is good. 2 is better than 0.
There may, you know what? I don't remember. I don't know who the third one is.
Tony Temple, the arcade blogger.
That's a guy? That's a girl?
No, that's a dude.
Oh, okay. I thought
it's just another guy that's going to be on the show.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Yeah, and that guy we've used as a source for many an episode. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is Dan Reed joining? Let's see. You gonna join the show tonight?
He'll probably.
He needs to move closer to the cities. That's the problem. It's the long drive to Carver.
Yeah, and he's been working weird hours. Should we do the intro?
Yeah, let's go for it.
I gotta do this live again. I'm getting used to doing it live.
I like it when you do it live.
It's nice to not say anything.
Let's do it live!
Is today January 4th still?
Yes.
Okay.
From KOYR Studios in Minneapolis, Minnesota, it's Arcade Radio. Intruder alert, intruder alert.
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 5 of the Arcade Radio Podcast. Today is Thursday, January 4th, 2018, and the time is now approximately 7:24 p.m. Central. Thanks for joining us in the Arcadosphere. This is your host, Adam Stevens. I'm joined by my co-host, Mark Time Runner Shields, and the guest host of Arcade Radio this week is... nobody.
Womp womp.
Oh. That's terrible.
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
It could just be you.
That'd be interesting. almost interesting. but probably not. What are you working on right now?
Let's see. I made a. Hold on. Let me look at my note. What did I talk about?
Your note. I have a note.
Oh, okay. I'm selling my busted Namco 20th reunion machines. Because I need to raise a little bit of funds. I'm also selling my house in Philadelphia. We settle on the 19th. And then I'm gonna be flush with cash, and I'm gonna buy myself an E-Dot.
Nice. You have it lined up already?
And then I'm gonna sell it. Then I'm gonna sell it for twice the amount, like the next day. No, I don't have one lined up, but
oh, you want an E-Dot pretty bad, huh?
I mean, I'm not dying for it, but I feel like that would be a good. That's a decent investment, comparable to cryptocurrency, perhaps.
That's the second time you mentioned cryptocurrency. Yes. You know, Ripple is up like to $3 now. So that
Ripple, yeah. I can't believe Ethereum broke 1,000. That's kind of bizarro.
Well, and my buddy at work bought Ripple at 70 cents, so he's doing fine.
Nice.
In fact, he's got multiple investments, and he's tripled his investment is 7 times what he has into it. So
right. That's good. Well, I mean, as long as he has enough in there to make it worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, I put in $50 and now I have 150. Woo!
No, he's up to about 15,000.
Oh, nice.
So it's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean,
he can almost buy 1 Bitcoin, or he can actually right now.
Yeah. I mean, we're at the bottom floor here, believe it or not, even though it's been out what 9 years or something.
I'm going to start a new cryptocurrency.
It's going to be called the first Bitcoin blockchain 0 was mined just this past week. 9 years ago.
Oh.
Something like that.
Hurrah!
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've continued. What's that?
Yeah. What are you doing? What's going on with you?
Yeah. So I have been continuing to work on my pinball machines. I finally finished putting all the blue posts and xenon and the whole entire playfield is now LEDs. But no, it's not true. There's 2 in the front that are incandescents because I want they're visible and I want people to see them. But the back glass I'm going to keep old school, just because it looks cool. And
somebody would come over to my house and do that.
I also bought a lamp driver. Oh, and I put in all new rubber, which has made the game impossible for me now. It's so bouncy. And I'm putting a new lamp driver board in Pac-Man. I'm gonna put some more LEDs under the the playfield there, and new game room neon. I ordered some custom neons from Alibaba.
Oh wow!
But they're not neon. They're actually LED.
Mm-hmm.
But they look like they're neon, so they're super cool. And they don't have any gas in them, and they're not glass, so they won't break. But they're Pac-Man with 4 blue ghosts running away from him, and they're about 10 inches tall. So I'm putting them up above the pinball. They're gonna look really awesome. So
nice.
Yeah, and they're blue. I like the blue.
Are they all? Wait, are they blue?
They're blue running away from Pac-Man, and I've got a yellow Pac-Man.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. So I'm going to actually probably do that right after this show.
Oh, yeah?
Dave from Buffalo says he always thinks of Sanford and Son during our intro.
Yeah, what instrument is that? Is it the jazz piano or whatever? What is it? I don't know. Don't want to get it. Don't want to get flagged.
They're not even remotely the same.
That just sparked a memory from when I was like 6 years old or 7, and I had a black and white TV in my bedroom, and I saw that Red Fox and the Playboy Bunnies were going to have a special. It was on at 2 a.m.
Well, I guess
There's a Red Fox here. I don't remember what Red Fox sounds like.
Well,
hey, dummy.
Hey, dummy.
Yeah, that's good. We can both do Red Fox. Here's the big one.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, look, it's Steve from Grinkers.
Grinkers?
Yeah, it says Grinkers in the chat. Look.
That's weird. I like Grinkers.
Oh. Yeah, I like it too. Let's do that again.
What Grinkers? They have a theme?
You know, they have a thing every year, Grinkfest. It's in October.
I'm going to that next year. Are you?
Yes.
No. Yes.
Yeah, I do plan on going to that.
Are you going to come up to MGC this year?
When is it? I should try that.
April?
If I don't buy my EDOT, I will spend it on the magic whatever. The MGC.
April Midwest Gaming Classic. It's going to be at the downtown Wisconsin Center now this year. April 15th.
Lewson? Was that the guy? Lewson?
Dan Lewson. Yeah, he was on the show.
Yeah.
So April 13th, 14th, and 15th. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Wisconsin Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's pretty cool. Hundreds, it'll be 100,000 square feet of retro and modern home video games, consoles, pinball machines, arcade video games, computers, tabletop gaming, green games, collectible card games, air hockey, and that's just the start. So, I can't wait to see the dealer tent this year, because they won't have to have a tent.
Why not? Oh, because they're going to be in the
Because they're going to be inside, yeah. It's going to be one big convention. I don't know. Could be interesting. So that's what we've been working on, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's all she wrote.
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie.
Well, since Dan's not here to do the news, I guess I should.
Make that special thing.
All right.
Play.
Here we go.
Why do you love me? Why do you need me? Always and forever.
It's the Arcade News with Adam Stevens.
Oh man, that thing is horrid.
That thing is horrid. It's horrid. I can't imagine people are using it, but whatever.
Remember when Dan used to be on the show?
I love Dan.
So via Associations Now and actually our WCCO channel, and actually really it's the Associated Press, reported last week that global pinball competition has increased nearly 100-fold between 2006 and 2017. The International Flipper Pinball Association had 500 players in 50 competitions around the world in 2006. Guess how many it has in 2017?
More?
Way more. Like 100 times more. 55,000 players participating in nearly 4,500 events.
Oh my god.
The surge in competitive pinball reflects the work of the IFPA, which was dormant for about a decade before it was revived in 2006. And the association has helped to create a standardized player ranking system that is still in use today. So, that's pretty cool. Pinball's on the rise. Still.
Are you a member of a pinball league anywhere?
I am not.
They have one here in Houston at this Joysticks place. It's pretty awesome.
That's I'm going to come down and visit. We should just go and do a pinball tour. I think it'd be great.
Yeah, there's a few places. I mean, it's definitely, there's a dearth of them. It's not going to be like something where you're, unless you want to go to Austin, which is even better.
Austin, keep Austin weird.
Keep it weird.
You know, it's a funny thing. I really suck at my pinball machines right now. In fact, I played like 10 games of Xenon last night, and I'm so mad that I can't break like 400,000.
Huh.
Well, and you know, those older solid states, they have such lower scoring systems. So like you play any of the modern ones and the scores are so ridiculous, you have no idea how well you're doing.
That's why I play NBA Fast Break. It uses basketball scoring.
That is hilarious.
Yes.
So you get like at the end of it, you have like 35-10 10.
Yeah, I mean, well, the new machine is still not tweaked, so it's about half of whatever you get on the other machine, which my wife insists on playing, so I'm always losing.
Have you shopped it? Put new rubber in it and all that?
It already had new rubber in it. I think that's part of the problem. The ball's a little uncontrollable in there.
I swear to God, when you put new rubber in a machine, it is almost impossible to play it right away because the thing just launches all over. Tarnation. That's been my word of the week. Tarnation.
Tarnation.
What in a tarnation?
I went on YouTube and looked up a Mel Blanc interview with David Letterman that was on in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious interview. You should check that out. Everybody go to YouTube after the show, not now.
Mel Blanc interview
on David Letterman.
David Letterman. I'll have to check that out. He must have done a bunch of voices, huh?
He did. And what's funny is when you hear him speak in his own voice,
Mm-hmm.
you swear it's like there's no way that's your voice. Because it's so cartoony.
Well, let's move on to the second news item, which is I was looking for something interesting about Chuck E. Cheese or, Showbiz. I mean, of course, those entities are, not so popular anymore. Well, Chuck E. Cheese is with kids. But I found out that the Chuck E. Cheese in Salem, Oregon, on Lancaster Drive, passed a restaurant inspection, which I find to be funny. It was just listing all the restaurants in that area that had passed restaurant inspection, and Chuck E. Cheese came up. So it said priority violations: potentially hazardous food is not maintained at proper hot or cold holding temperatures, specifically ham is at 50 degrees Fahrenheit, sausage 51 degrees Fahrenheit, and olives at 51 degrees Fahrenheit are out of temperature on the prep line refrigerator. Point deduction 5. That was their only violation. Otherwise, they scored 95 with the restaurant inspection.
Oh, that's an A. Not bad. Just don't eat the ham or sausage or the olives, and you're good.
That's kind of hilarious, I think. Oh.
Good for them. I mean, Chuck E. Cheese, I've tried going there, and they're like, they ask, like, what birthday party are you here for? And I'm like, oh, I'm just here to play some games. And they're like, no, you're not coming in. Come on.
I think I've talked about this before, but when you go into Chuck E. Cheese now, they stamp you with the number of kids you have with you.
Yeah, we usually have to borrow a child from somebody.
And then when you leave, the kids have to match up with the
Is
number.
Is that true?
Yeah.
The number. Yeah. That way you're taking the ones that you were tagged with, right?
Yeah, or at least the same number.
So, that's crazy.
I was in here with 12 kids. I'm taking 12 out.
Right. Well, one time I had to go out to the car and get something and come back, and then they wouldn't let me back. And I'm like, all right, let me find my wife. God, what's wrong with them?
Well, that's it for the arcade news this week. Over to you, Mark.
Back in '82, I used to be able to throw a pigskin quarter mile.
Back to the Cade with Time Runner.
Why are things so heavy in the future? Is there a problem with the Earth's gravitational pull?
Hey, folks, it's Morty McFly. No, I'm not going to do that.
Did you say Morty? Morty
McFly.
Because I think that might be right. Morty there.
Nowadays, if you watch Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah. Rick and Morty McFly?
Rick and Morty. Well, it's based on this little skit that the creator did called Marty and Doc, but Marty spelled with an H, MAHRTI or something. They're disgusting, though. If you find the videos, don't let anybody see it. They're all rated R. It's awful.
They're disgusting.
Okay, back on topic.
All right.
January 4th, 1983. This is just a few weeks after the date we picked in our last episode, so there may be some things that seem familiar, but interesting thing that happened today. 35 years ago, Life magazine finally ran that 2-page spread on arcade game world record holders, the video game VIPs. And if you remember when we had Walter Day on the show, the shoot had been in Ottumwa back in November, so it took like 2 or 3 months for them to finally publish.
Okay.
So that is, having an anniversary.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah. 35.
Oh.
Let me tell you, the stuff that was happening at the box office, though, is just depressing. The movie Tootsie with Dustin Hoffman, still at number 1. Like, was there just nothing good on?
Well, wasn't Return of the Jedi coming out that year?
Yeah, not until May, though, so you have to suffer for like another 5 months of a guy dressed up
Man.
as a woman.
Well, oh, yeah.
To get a job. To steal a job.
You know what's funny? From a woman, right?
Exactly. That's wrong, man. If you find out somebody did that today,
well,
go down.
And apparently, on our last episode, we found out that he's in trouble. He's in hot water, so...
Yeah, but all men are in hot water. But
that's right.
All mostly, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, he's no Harvey Weinstein, but I it's still frustrating.
Oh man, no. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to gauge. Like, well, he was worse than that one. It's like you might as well just don't try to do it. They're all bad.
Exactly.
I am listening to a podcast though called Bad Vocals.
Yeah,
and it stars this friend of mine. Her name's Beth Death, and I think it's about politics, pop culture from two pissed off women. So if everybody wants to go to that, badvocals.com, has nothing to do with arcades. You will not hear an arcade mentioned, but that's what you got to do if you want to talk about Dustin Hoffman. On TV, January 4th, 1983, your classic Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley and Three's Company were on ABC. The Wonderful World of Disney was on CBS. And then they had a couple interesting specials on NBC. One was called It Only Hurts When You Laugh. Episode of TV's censored bloopers. Actually continued for many years after that.
Huh.
I'm not sure.
I don't think I ever saw that.
Well, I mean, you ever saw TV's bloopers and practical jokes? Like they had
Yeah.
Ed McMahon and Dave Clark.
Yeah, saw that.
Not Dave Clark.
Dave Clark.
Dave Clark?
I don't know.
Who's the guy that did the New Year's Eve thing?
Dave Clark. Yeah, Dave Clark.
It sounds weird saying it out loud.
I believe it's Dave Clark. The Dave Clark 5.
Oh, no, the guy that did the... Oh, man, this is going to drive me crazy.
It's Dave Clark. No, it's not.
Dick Clark.
Dick Clark.
I couldn't get Dick on my mind.
There was a Dave Clark 5, though.
Man, that would have been not as good as Dick.
Yeah. And he does not look he has not aged nearly as well.
Oh, really? I have to go check that out. Well, I mean, is he alive, though? At least he has that going.
Yeah. Dave Clark of the Dave Clark 5 is alive, but Dick Clark is no longer with us. Rest in peace.
I see. Speaking of Dick Clark, since he had such a tie into the music industry, let's talk about our top 5 songs today.
Sure, yeah. That sounds
actually,
good.
let's not talk about January 4th, 1983, because I don't like the songs. So I'm going to pick February 12th, 1983, just a month away.
Okay.
Okay, so number 5,
Uh-huh.
a very spiritual song, Africa by Toto.
Huh. Oh, yeah.
And I can't even hear the dog barking in the whole song at all.
There's a dog barking?
Yeah, Dorothy's dog, right?
I have a story about this, but it's not appropriate for me to tell on the air.
Dang it. Can you summarize it, but use, stick figures or... Wait, is your video still going? Let me see here.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. That's a beautiful set of headphones you got on.
Thank you. They're green.
That's what I thought. Number 4, and I don't know why this song is even there because I've never heard of it. It's terrible. Do you agree?
What are we talking about?
Shame on the Moon by Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band.
I do not know this song.
That's the best part of the song you just played. Wait, I like this next part.
That's the boringest song ever.
Don't. Yeah, it's just kind of laid back.
Ooh, shame on the moon. No.
What did the moon even do to...
I don't know.
Require shame?
All right, so what do we have after that?
Number 3 is a pretty good song.
Yeah?
Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye.
Oh, yeah, the Sexual Healing. That's such a good song. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah, that's a great song.
I like it. What's it about? Anyway,
It's
number
about sex.
2, another song that I don't know, "Baby Come to Me" by Patty Austin with James Ingram.
Oh, you know this one.
Oh yeah, it's just Oh yeah.
And it was like number 1 for like 18 weeks or something.
You know what? I only really hear James Ingram in that, not so much Patty.
She leads the whole thing. So,
That's her?
yeah.
She sounds like a man.
She's a man.
Let's see. And the number 1 song on February 12th, 1983, "Down Under" by Men at Work.
Yeah.
Classic.
And so everybody can go listen to those songs in their entirety.
Yes.
But I'm not playing more than 15 seconds.
Good, because I don't like being flagged.
It's annoying. I still don't know what to do about my trailer song.
Hey, I don't either, but see what you can do. That's the end of Back to the Cade.
All right.
Back to you, Adam.
Well, should we check the voicemail?
I hope there's some voicemail.
All right. Let me just see if we can. Oh, yep. There's some voicemail. Here we go.
Hey, Arcade Radio head guys, dudes, it's your buddy Bob Zarzadek, control panel expert. I have 3 quick topics to cover that I want you to discuss. First, I'm super duper excited about the new Rampage movie. I'd like to know your thoughts on that. Second, have you heard about this Logan Paul idiot? He went into the forest behind where I live, and we call it the Walmart forest. There's lots of cool stuff back there. Like there's like as many pallets as you want.
Pallets.
And third, and finally, I'd like your reaction to the latest weather experiment I have. It's called a Bob cyclone. Here's totally messing up the eastern seaboard. So I think that's it. So yeah, that covers my 3 things. In summary, Rampage, Logan Paul, and the Bob cyclone. I'm gonna hang up and listen. Zarzadek out.
So
I don't know. I don't really know what to say about Rampage.
Have you seen the Rampage trailer?
Dwayne Johnson?
When they showed you like the white monkey, and I'm like, wait a minute. And then they're like, and there's a big tiger or something. I'm like, what? I don't know. What are the 3 animals in Rampage?
There's a lizard, there's a werewolf, and a gorilla. But the gorilla's not a giant silverback. And that's what's in the trailer. It's The Rock and a big white gorilla named George, and they're somehow linked.
Oh.
You think he's going to, like, in the end, there's going to be a reveal that it's actually him wrecking everything and then tearing up the city?
Oh, kind of like, a mind control type situation.
I don't know. It's really messed up.
Yeah, that's going to be weird. I don't know. My wife is super excited about it because that's one of her top 5 favorite arcade games.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What was the other thing? Logan Paul.
What's Logan Paul up to these days?
Just being a douchebag, I think. Isn't that what he's supposed to do?
I don't know.
I like it. He does this video that's got in such poor taste. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go read the news and type in his terrible name. And today he's like, Logan Paul taking a break from YouTube. And I'm like, oh, really? That's a good idea.
Is Markiplier taking a break?
Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Shane Dawson, Joey Graceffa. Whew. It's a lot.
You know a lot of names.
Jacob Sartorius, Mark Thomas. No, I'm just guessing these.
You're just guessing.
Yeah. Probably somebody named.
Did we hit all 3 of Bob's questions? What was the last one?
Nash Greer. The last one was that he invented the Bob cyclone, which
the Bob cyclone
sounds a lot like the bomb cyclone that's going through the East Coast right now.
The bomb cyclone.
The bomb cyclone. You can even talk about that like if you're on a plane.
Yeah, that's a barometric pressure thing. I don't know. That's actually has to do with the temperature drop, I think. A bomb cyclone. It's the number. It has to shift a number of degrees to be called a bomb, I guess.
Just to me, it looked like a really big hurricane that was really cold. But, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. Bomb. Bomb, but a bomb, a bomb, a bomb.
Bomb, but a bomb.
Wasn't that in a Meet the Parents?
Oh yeah. He definitely makes some kind of bomb joke when he's on the plane.
Yeah, or was it
bombity bomb bomb?
Was that the one, or was it the other one where he was? I don't know. I can't remember.
Meet the Fockers?
No, there's another movie that they did together. I think. Can't remember.
No, he definitely gets kicked off the plane on Meet the Parents.
Oh, okay. I'm remembering correctly then. Fantastic. So
let's see, what else has happened? Did you finally see the Star Wars?
Yeah.
Did we talk about that last time? I can't remember.
Did we? I might have seen it. Let's see. It's been 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
I had seen it. In fact, yeah, I remember I saw it. I don't know if we talked about it at all. Did you like it?
Yeah, I've seen it twice now.
Me too. Once in 3D, once not.
Same.
Which one did you like better?
I don't know. I can't say that one's better than the other. I just like to see it in 3D at least once because it's, kind of a cool effect. But it's not like Avatar where you have to see it in 3D, that kind of thing. The people that saw Avatar in 2D, suckers.
Well, Avatar was like the first real immersion, right?
Yes, exactly.
Well, I can't wait for Rampage because I'm sure it's going to be awesome in 3D.
Yeah, and everybody that owns a Rampage arcade game, get ready. Your game is going to go up like at least $100 more in worth.
I love that game when I was, a teen in the arcades. I love playing it. It was fun. 3 people. You had Lizzie, George, and forget what the other guy's name was. And Ringo.
No, I don't know.
My name is Ringo, and I play the drums.
Oh,
but no, I don't. I don't want to own one. They're too big.
Oh, that's what she said. Thank God. Woo! We almost got through a whole show where you didn't get to say it. All right. I'm sending my wife a text for her to beer me, so I was slightly slow on the delivery there.
All right, so we get to our interview?
Let's get to our interview.
All right, sounds good. Oh, wait, I played that one already. So, welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome to the show.
First question, what is your name?
Yeah, what's your name?
This is the secret show. There is no guest.
There's no guest. It's
no.
Too bad we can't make crank phone calls during this thing or something.
Oh, yeah, we should do that. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Call Dan. We didn't do it once that other time.
Let me just...
Maybe he's at work.
Yeah. I got to switch tapes here.
I'm going to put the camera on to see what you're doing. What was that?
It was a cassette deck. I
have
multiple cassette decks in here right now.
Yeah, now I'm getting a good look at your room. I like the LPs that are behind you. Is that the proper way to, store LPs on their side like that?
Vertically?
Vertically?
Yeah.
Yes, let's use the technical word, vertically.
Well, if you on their side, that means like what, side A or side B, so probably that would be horizontal.
Right. Is that the cat or dog able to open that? Oh my God, there's a dog.
Yeah. That's Arya. Where'd she go? She's getting she's getting wrangled. Oh, she's bringing her rope in here. She's 70 pounds. You see?
I see. Well, for a second.
Come and say hi to Mark. Yeah.
My new dog is 40 pounds, and I keep asking my wife, "Did you know this dog was going to get this big?" And she's like, "No."
There she is. All 70 pounds. Oh, she's crazy. All right. So, what's coming up?
Yeah, let's see. I'm doing DeLorean stuff still. I decided to do that. I got an 88 mile per hour ticket in my DeLorean.
Yeah.
And I've chosen to take the defensive driving class. And did I mention the name of my judge?
No.
Homer Horney. I kid you not. I'm looking at the Honorable Homer Horney.
The Honorable. What did you say?
Yes.
The Honorable
Homer Horney. I'm emphasizing the H's because in Texas they
snort.
don't say the H. He's a justice of the peace in the county of Caldwell. And don't anybody play this podcast to him.
I think they're not going to do that.
All right, good. So I got that going. I'm selling my house in Philly, and we settle on the 19th. So I may fly to Philly. It's going to be somewhat, mixed emotions about letting go of that house because it's like in an awesome part of town, but it's also kind of high crime, terrible schools, that kind of stuff. So I don't know. Where should I move to?
Not Minnesota. It's like 10 below here right now. So what's California Extremes coming up in July? What else?
Yes.
MGC is in did I say April? Yeah, April. So
Yep.
What other events are coming up? Does Houston have an event?
We do. It's called the Arcade Expo, and it's in the middle of October typically. We
you already had
celebrated our wedding anniversary at it last year.
Really?
Yep.
Oh,
Houston
that's cool.
Arcade Expo. And let's see what else. I wonder if they're going to still do the thing at Fun Spot. Brofest?
I think
that's going to die.
I thought it already did.
John Jacobson did it on his own last year, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be done. We'll have to find some replacement things to do.
There is a classic rock and heavy metal festival called Brofest.
I know, right? When you go type in Brofest, that's the first thing that comes up. I wish all the rejected art that Andrew 34K made for Brofest would be released, because like there's a really good one where their little mascot, he looks like a hot dog wiener.
Yeah.
And he's looking into his pants, and then he sees his wiener, and it's just so funny. And then somebody said, "No, this is a family event," and then we were like, "Ah."
Yeah. Well, how did it become a family event? It seemed like it wasn't. Like it didn't start out that way.
I don't know.
Maybe we should have John on the show.
Yeah, that could happen. I mean, I asked him if he was up for it, and he said he could do that. He could do that. He also said the trick to doing a show is don't have a guest, and then that way you can always fall back on yourself, and you're good to go. There's no pressure.
Huh. Like right now?
Yeah, like this, where we don't have really. There's nobody, just us. It's good. It's a meeting of the minds.
We don't even have an agenda.
I know, right? The show notes end after that Back to the Cade segment.
Which is funny. But I don't, you know what? I actually, there's so many things that I have been wanting to work on, and I've been thinking about like selling my house.
I have a buddy that wants to sell his house, and I really like this thought. He wants to get a place with a lot of storage, so that he can have all the games there and whatever he wants, and then he'll live up in, the panic room or whatever.
I'm not going to do that, but, apparently, with the surge in the stock market and everything, there's a good chance that I'll be able to buy a bigger house.
And in what part of the country would you be moving to?
I wish I could move somewhere warm, but I'm sort of tied down here.
Okay, then what part of the state of Minnesota, or would you trek over to Wisconsin? Is that too far?
Yeah, it's too far. Well, it depends. It depends on how awful my commute would be. So, but I don't know.
Interesting.
But I would like to get a bigger house. But then here's the problem. So we have 3 kids that are teenagers, and eventually they'll move out.
And then you'll just have to get more games and fill up those rooms.
Exactly.
I mean, how easy is that? Or make them all stay in one room.
That doesn't exactly. Wait, I tried that initially. They
get too big.
They had to share a room, and then they finally wanted their own room, and so my annex arcade room got, turned into a bedroom.
Oh, really? Is that one of the rooms downstairs?
I don't know.
It's been a while since I've been in your casa.
So, what? We should just ask some people in the chat. Let's see. Let's see what's going on in the chat. If you have something you're working on in the arcade stuff right now, or if there's something that you want a question answered, now is the time. This is like total 100% interaction. So if you have a question about how to fix something, or if you have something awesome that's happening, let us talk back to you in the chat. And Mark, I'm gonna ask you now. You haven't talked about any finds lately. Have you not been on the hunt?
I'm always on the hunt, but I'm on the cheap hunt where I have a budget.
The chupunt?
The chupunt. And
the chunt. You're on the chunt.
Well, we're getting kind of close to some other word there now.
We're only one letter off.
Yes. But far away enough where you're good. You're good.
Mike Martin is asking, what time did this start?
We've been going for 3 hours, Mike Martin. Where were you?
Where's Casey, by the way?
I don't know. He must have had an off night.
I posted about you in the I posted about Bob Zarzadek in the Midwest forums.
Oh, I appreciate it. I saw that Casey liked what you did, and nobody else did. So.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna break out one day, but I
showed it to my kids. By the way, Bob Zarzadek does stuff. And
Bob Zarzadek does stuff. He has a YouTube channel.
My 18-year-old loved it. She thought it was hilarious. Really? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you might have a new subscriber soon.
Me?
I mean, Bob. Bob.
Yeah, Bob. I did actually almost get a trade. Somebody was going to trade me a Punch-Out for those 2 Namco 23 unions that I have. But they wussed out. They did not feel like they wanted... Well, they were looking for games to put on location. And I'm like, yeah, you could put these on location, but people could, like, kick the side in and it would fall over probably. So you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, no, that's bad. Why do you want to get... Are they broken? What's wrong with them?
Well, one of them has... The big one, the full-size arcade with the coin door, that one has massive... damage to the sides. It's just like it was like that when I bought it, and I've been wanting to do something with it. I was hoping I could find a donor cabinet, and I've just been kind of coming up dry. And then the other one I got, it's a Hurricane Harvey survivor, and I did do some Bondo work. I mean, not what I would call, pristine, as far as getting the repairs done to make that 2 foot of water damage go away, but it's solid as a rock. It's good solid Bondo work. That one I did a tube swap that went bad, and so it works except for that the chassis probably needs to be recapped yet again, or I screwed up the transistor. I don't exactly know what I could have done. You know what? When you do a tube swap, make sure you get compatible tubes.
Yeah.
But take the yoke off your original tube and put it on the other one. Don't use the yoke on that one.
Okay. That's good advice. Yeah, so I can't believe how much pinball stuff I've been doing lately, though. compared to arcade. Like even playing my games. Although I did put up a pretty good Donkey Kong remix score the other day.
Oh, did you join into that little competition or?
No, I just suck at the game, so I got on. I just decided to do it.
What'd you do? How many points?
I took a picture.
You took a picture?
Yeah, and I put it on the Kong Club thread. Have you seen the Kong Club on Facebook?
No, I'm not a member of that. I'll go over there.
Well, let me just invite you.
Facebook
Kong Club.
Going
with a K. Club. With a K.
How clever.
KK.
Kong.
It's the Kong Club.
There was a Kong Club at CAX 2018.
Yeah, they're going to be there.
Click and join group. Oh, it's asking me to answer a question. What was your favorite classic Kong title?
Oh. Donkey Kong?
King Kong 76. Do you own DK Jr. or DK Machine? What are machines? And why do you love classic Donkey Kong? His big booty. Send. Am I going to get in?
I don't know. I don't know if I can. I can probably just add you.
Aw, yeah, I guess.
Let me just see here. Mark. Who else wants to be in it right now? Because I'll just add you. You're in.
Yeah, who wants to be authenticated on Clav? Let's make a night of this.
Yeah, so I put up my score a few days ago, and it's like already at the bottom of the page. It was 58,800. But that's on Remix. I think
that's an honorable score.
That's a hard.
What?
I think it's a hard game.
Oh yes, a hard game. Yes.
It's a hard game.
No comment.
Oh, there's a Popeye arcade repair and restoration info resource. There's a club for Popeye with 54 members. I'm gonna join.
Oh, did you? That reminds me, there was a little bit of drama on the Facebook the last couple of days as far as Nintendo. Did you see that?
No.
You know how they are doing the artwork? Well, Rich at This Old Game is doing the artwork for the Sky Skipper project.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, they're going to make a package where you can get that, and you can get a conversion kit for Popeye PCB and all this fun stuff. Anyway, so somebody at another rival art, restoration or repair place or whatever, made their own Sky Skipper package and started selling it. So I don't know. It's kind of funny how that stuff works.
Yeah, I guess you snooze, you lose. It's not like Rich has the corner on the market, right?
No, you're right. I mean, Nintendo may actually, in this case, he may have their blessing for this particular item.
I've never played Sky Skipper. It looks fun, though.
Yeah, I've only seen the videos on YouTube, but
for those of you in the audience, Sky Skipper is a 1981 arcade game by Nintendo. Some sources assert that Ikegami Tsushinki, did I say that right?
Sounds right.
Ikegami Tsushinki also did design work on the game. The game's look and feel is very similar to Popeye, which was released the following year and is in my arcade, suggesting that the same development team were involved in both releases. It was released in 3 types of arcade cabinets: upright, small upright, or cabaret, and cocktail. And it was later ported to the Atari 2600. I want to get it. Sky Skipper. Why don't I know this?
I want it too. I mean, it's a colorful game. I think it doesn't have that sort of space theme that they're, Space Demon and Hellfire kind of had. I mean, Hellfire's technically, subs bombing helicopters or something like that, but definitely, inspired by Space Invaders.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Maybe the artwork looks familiar to me, but there's a Donkey Kong in it. There's an ape in there.
Yeah, I mean, it totally is something that influenced their old Donkey Kong stuff. I mean, so did Crazy Kong, if you think about it. Not Crazy Kong. Is it Crazy Kong? No.
Holy crap,
What's
this
that
is
other-
really rare. Last June, the first 2 reconstructed cabinets were unveiled at the Southern Fried Game Room Expo, which I want to go to that too.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Crazy Climber is what I was trying
That's
to
in
think of.
Atlanta. And Billy Mitchell and Walter Day were there. And then the 2 collectors who
course.
currently own the only 2 working boards, Whitney Roberts and Alexis Crawley.
Actually, somebody figured out how to reverse engineer a third board. They found about 10. Even Chance, I think, got one. Chance, the Canadian guy.
Yeah.
Chance's Arcade. Yeah.
This isn't like a Polybius thing, right? This is real.
It's real. I mean, Nintendo made these boards, then they backed out of making the game, and then they made a daughter board kit to convert them to Popeyes. So there's definitely at least, a certain number of Popeyes out there that have this, particular board set.
Oh, interesting. Sky Skipper. So the Atari 2600 Sky Skipper, you can still... Oh, it was put out by Parker Brothers? So
I don't think so.
it is. It's put out by Parker Brothers. The Atari.
Really? There's a Sky Skipper game for... How weird, since the game was never released.
Atari 2600.
All right.
And it looks like the arcade game, but it's just done in really bad graphics.
4K?
I don't believe I've ever played this. I'm going to have to boot up my Atari tonight. Get the old Harmony cartridge out.
Harmony.
Harmony. What are they talking about right now? What are we talking about?
Dave from Buffalo seemed to got out of sync with reality and wasn't sure if he was behind on the live feed.
Probably
Do you have you don't have the live feed set up for instant, right? You have it set up to the highest quality or something?
I don't know. We're streaming at 720, I think.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But there's a good minute delay or a good 30 seconds to a minute.
Yep.
So usually we're done talking about something and someone's asking a question about it. I want this game now. I'm going to get it.
Good. So are you going to take one of your existing blue cabinets and convert it, or get a donor?
No, I'm just going to buy the Atari version.
That's yes.
Yeah. There's a bunch of
them. Hey, do you have storage? Do you have games in storage somewhere?
I do. I have a couple. I have a Robotron cockpit. I have a Star Trek cockpit.
A Robotron cockpit?
Oh, I'm sorry, not a Robotron. Road Blasters.
Oh my God. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's really rare.
we should have gone through the whole episode and then just assumed, oh yeah, that's right. The one Robotron cockpit.
I have it. It's number 1. It was a prototype. Signed by Eugene Jarvis.
Nice. Is there anything in storage that you wish you could get working and put in your basement?
Yeah, Star Trek. But it's too damn cold.
But Star Trek, it was there when I was there.
No,
so
I sold that
one.
It out. That one's in New York.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was nice. I have Star Trek definitely on my top 20 want list.
Yeah. It's a really fun game, I think. But I want the cockpit because when you get in it... Oh.
Yeah.
Dave from Buffalo says, Harmony card, I'm talking about him.
Okay.
Did he make the Harmony card?
I don't know what that means. Wait, did he?
I don't think so.
Is it an honoring type thing? Like an homage type cartridge that...
No, the Harmony cartridge is, if you go to Atari Age, you'll see there's a whole thing on it. Harmony.atariage.com. It's a simple, affordable, time-saving, space-saving, hassle-free way to play hundreds of games on your Atari 2600. All you need is an SD card, and you pop it in with some ROMs, and you're ready to go. I think I have every Atari game ever made on that thing. So, There's an S2.
I have this huge box of Atari 2600 EPROMs.
Yeah.
And they were in great shape until one time I shipped all of my stuff from Houston to somewhere else where I was living, and I'd forgotten they were in there, and they got loose, and so all of the chips are like bent up and screwed up. It's really sad. At some point, there's going to be drinking and straightening of chip legs.
Oh yeah, that doesn't sound like a good combination, actually.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you don't pierce your skin, it should be fine. Have you ever pierced your skin with like an IC?
But whenever I drink and try to do anything, it never turns out quite right.
Yeah, I was gonna take it easy. Maybe we were talking like a Bud Light, something in that safety zone.
Danger zone.
You get your voice up so high. It's pretty decent. Just do that again.
Danger zone. I need to get that.
Oh, and I lost.
Go ahead.
What? What are you going to get?
I was going to get the clip of, what's his name? Archer yelling danger zone.
I love that.
It's full. He's hilarious.
Oh, wait. Let me kill time.
But if you don't have an Atari Harmony cartridge,
Harmony.
They're really awesome. And there's a few varieties you can get. Just go to harmony.atariage.com.
That's like $50. That's pretty good.
Yeah, the micro SD version is like $65. And then there's like a Harmony Encore, which will play some games that support up to 512K bytes, which covers most modern homebrew games that are too large to be played on the normal Harmony cartridge.
But you can still plug it in to a regular Atari 2600?
Yeah, all it does is it expands the ability of the cartridge to handle those larger games.
Wow.
Have you bought any Atari homebrew games?
No, but I'm definitely interested in like the 8K Pac-Man. That's kind of cool, and there's a few others like that.
Yeah, like Medieval Mayhem is unbelievable.
Dave from Buffalo just said, to see how far behind I was, this was typed at 9:17 and 58 seconds.
Yeah.
Eastern Standard Time.
Well, it's 8:17 but I don't have.
Yeah, I think
it's not that far. It's 8:18:02.
It just changed. It just changed, man. It changed.
Yeah, he's not that far behind us.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
He's just a few seconds behind us.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. You were saying.
Oh, just some notable homebrew games for the Atari 2600. Medieval Mayhem, which is it's an unbelievable port of Warlords. When you use paddles with it, so fun, fantastic game. I think we talked about this on the Tim Lapatino episode. Star Castle is a port. Ladybug, Juno First. There's a bunch. Beef Drop, which is a port of Burger Time, but it's a more accurate port than the original. So some of these have been around more than 10 years. Almost all of them have. So
I just got a Star Castle.
Well, wait a minute. Star Castle, that wasn't a homebrew. Maybe it wasn't a homebrew. Can't remember.
Huh.
But anyway, there's a bunch of homebrew games. They're fun. So
I was managing my burp. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm back.
What were we talking about before I got sidetracked by the Harmony?
Oh, don't ask me. I'm so absent-minded. I couldn't remember anything. Want me to recall something?
It's pronounced shing. Oh, we were talking about my garage, too, for a while. I have a...
Storage, right. What you had in storage, but then you told me Star Trek.
Well, technically they're not in storage, but they're in my garage, which means they're in storage. I've got my third Tron, which I'm working on, and I have my restored Pac-Man that I got from you, and I have my Super Pack in there right now because I don't have any room. So
somebody asked me for what is a good price for a Tron PCB stack, and he wanted to know the tested and then the untested price.
Oh. Well, I
know it's subjective, but
it is subjective. So I think Tron is a tricky game, especially ever since that Tron 2.0 came out.
Right.
I think it really sparked an interest in the original film and the arcade game itself. There's a whole Facebook group dedicated to Tron.
I know, I'm in it.
Yep, me too.
And you saw my little video that I made that you can put in the translate?
Yeah, super cool. I bought one of those little video machines. So what Mark is talking about, you can put like a high definition video player inside your Tron, and instead of having the translate, it will play some scenes from Tron, and it's actually really cool.
Well, what I did was this guy Brent Wooten, he took scenes from Tron where the MCP cone and is transmitting to the sky. Basically the scene that you see in the translate.
Right.
And he captured them and isolated them and cleaned them up, put them into the same sort of form factor that's on the translate. But the problem is it doesn't look like the translate. It's purple and black and it looked weird. And so,
sure.
No offense to Brent, I took the video, got some translate data, and superimposed it in Adobe Premiere, and then added some 35 millimeter grit and a few other little tricks, and now I have like an animated version of the translate. Looks very close to it.
Yeah, I saw that. It's just amazing.
Well, thank you, but it's it was mostly the other guy.
So I have a Tubin still.
I have a tube. I used to have 2 Tubins.
Yeah, which mine the marquee still works.
Lucky.
Yep. I think I've got a couple of basketballs too. A couple Atari basketballs. So.
And you haven't acquired anything lately?
No. Nope. No,
Things
I'm trying
slower in the snow, right?
I'm trying not to acquire anything right now, which is kind of sad.
Oh, really? What have you let pass you by?
Well, that's another thing. If you look, you just get depressed. I actually, a couple weeks ago, saw a Star Trek pinball, Gottlieb, and it was pretty inexpensive, and it wasn't far. It's like and the guy didn't know what he had. Somebody bought it locally. I don't know who it was. It was like $1,500, but it was in fantastic shape. No flaking on the back glass. There's hardly any planking on the playfield. The playfield looked really nice. Plastics were all intact. The outside, it looked like it'd been in a home for a very long time. So that's one of those games though too, where it's like, okay, do I want a pinball, a 70s well, it's early solid state, but do I want a 70s Gottlieb machine that wasn't really that exciting? There isn't sounds from the show in it or anything,
You mean they don't make the little xylophones inside sound like the show?
No. Well, and it's early solid state, so it has some noises, but it's just nothing sampled, It doesn't say beam me up or anything fun. But
yeah, see, I got a Charlie's Angels pinball, and it was the only thing solid state about it was the scores.
Yeah.
And it still had bells and dings and all that stuff.
Sure. There was a weird era, like in the mid 70s, where they were mixing those two. EM was on its way out and solid state was on its way in, but there's like crossover machines.
Right.
And sometimes they made 2 of them. So
yeah, I remember. I think Sinbad was one where you could get the old school, displays with the little. I don't know what do you call those wheels?
Oh, you mean the scroll
score wheel?
Yeah, the score wheel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Oh, I said the name right.
But like there was a game called Knight Rider Pinball, 1977, and they made 2 versions of that too. I think there's one solid state and one that's EM, I believe.
Knight Rider.
Yes, but not the same. Not the same.
Michael.
Maybe it's not Knight Rider. Might be thinking of the wrong machine.
That sounds right.
I like. Did they ever make a Knight Rider pinball?
They did not. That would be good. There's a lot of those 80s type movies. Did they make a War Games pinball? Or, think of like a Short Circuit pinball. Like there's so many movies they could have made like a cool type of pinball.
Sorry about that.
I missed it. What happened?
I dropped my Xbox controller. Yeah.
What do you? Where is it? Let's see. Hold on. I got your video back up.
All right.
What's going on there? Oh, that's nice. This is very classic. Is that just Xbox 360? What is that?
I think so.
Hmm.
I use it for playing Steam games. Oh, I got
Yeah,
something.
I have a couple. What do you got?
Hang on just a second. Just a sec.
So Adam took off his headphones and now he's walked away, and he's trying to get through some of the stuff that's in his room. He's touching his pants for some reason. I think he may be talking to somebody. No, now he's reaching into a closet. That's good. He's searching. There looks to be a red jacket in there, from what I can see. And he's leaning in, really getting up to the top of the jacket. Oh, he's pulled out a box. It's a red box, and he's going to sit back down. He still hasn't heard anything I'm talking about? All right.
Yeah,
I just did a play-by-play. What is that?
This is funny, first of all. It's not what I was looking for, but you said war games, and I was like, oh, but it's in the garage, so I'll have to show you some other time.
Okay.
But I started working on a ColecoVision project a while back.
Oh, okay.
And it's a custom ColecoVision that I built to be the Whopper version of the ColecoVision.
What?
And so it has like the Whopper logo on the front. And then it has not Burger King, the Whopper from War Games.
War Games, right. The WOPR.
Yeah. And then I made custom controllers for it. And instead of turning the game on with a switch, you have to have two keys in, and you have to turn them at the same time. So I'm working on that. But this was...
Hold on, I have to do this. Turn your keys, sir! Remember that?
Yes.
Before the movie credits started rolling? Okay, go ahead.
This is a unfortunate... This box is falling apart. It's not constructed very well. But
it's off camera. I can't see it.
Here you go.
Okay. Oh!
So this is a custom set of controllers that were designed by this guy named Yurki on Atari Age. And they're Mario Brothers controllers. And I don't know what they're worth now, but they have their own like little slide-in dealies with the brothers on them. And they were made specifically for the homebrew port of Mario Brothers. Which is actually almost
still
arcade.
sealed.
Well, no, it's just in a bag, but it's almost arcade perfect. I got this stuff before I really got into collecting arcades, but
right,
it's been sitting in my closet for ages. Look at a box and a manual and a red cartridge.
Are those reproduction ColecoVision controllers?
No, they're original ColecoVision controllers that have been refurbished. So the guts have been taken apart and redone. And then he used a special paint like Krylon or something. It's not Krylon though, it's like a dye. So he dyed the controllers red and green to match the characters in the game.
Have you ever played with those?
I have, which may be why the box isn't in great shape. But the box actually in great shape, but the glue came off. It's like the glue wore out, so maybe
I cannot believe so he was able to find enough ColecoVision controllers to refurbish them and sell them again.
Yeah, actually, I bought like probably 4 sets from him besides
Holy
these.
Crap!
Yeah, these are pretty rare. I think. I don't know. I should check to see if they're on eBay, but they're,
Man, what else is in that closet? I saw like a red jacket that looked like a Michael Jackson jacket, but I'm pretty sure.
No, I'll fit into that in about 6 months, but not right now.
Oh, are you on the big D?
Yeah, that's why I'm drinking water.
Yeah.
Water sucks.
Your hair looks great. When'd you get your nice haircut?
Today, this morning, on the way to work.
Where do you go?
Great Clips.
I go to Sports Clips.
We have those.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah. Let's see, Mario Brothers, they're not even on here. But they were a limited run, custom controllers. He also did a Smurf controller, which is pretty funny. I don't know if I have the Smurf there. Let me see if I can see the Smurf.
I couldn't handle the fact that Smurfs played. Oh, wait.
No,
He took his headphones off. No, just go get it, whatever. Okay, so Adam now has gotten up again. He's going back to the closet. And, what's funny about his closet is that there's a chair blocking most of the closet, and he's not moving it. He's just working around, pulling stuff down. If he pulls blue ColecoVision controllers, I'm just going to... I don't know. Let's see. British 1500. I have CV War Games. Weird game. CV. ColecoVision War Games. Oh, yeah. I think I remember seeing that. I just never... was that for the Atom computer? Wait, here he comes. He's coming back.
I think most of my Coleco stuff's in the garage.
Yeah, I have so much stuff in storage in my little 40-liter tubs. If I buy a new house, I want my storage on site.
You see this?
Pac-Man satchel or bag or... That's kind of cool.
It's vintage.
I think the only vintage... I used to have a Pac-Man TV table, that little short one.
Yeah.
Everybody had that.
British 15 says there was no War Games pinball. He has ColecoVision War Games. Yeah, that game is terrible. Which is why I wanted to make... So my original idea for the ColecoVision is, keys to turn it on, which is hilarious. That's all functioning. But I didn't... At the time, it was hard to find a way to print the front of the machine the way I wanted to. So it's almost done. It's like 85% done. I also wanted to put lights on the front that randomly flashed.
How do you do those two keys? Do you have like a wire that's like a traveler that goes between them?
Yeah. So, and then there's, so it's like a California three-way, so you have to have both of them turned on for it to be on.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, it's two full-size key switches that, and then I had,
were they far apart where you couldn't turn two on without being with a buddy?
No, you have to both be at the machine to turn it on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I had Old Time Toys make up Shall We Play a Game, War Games keychains for him. So.
Wow.
Yeah. I should finish that project. But yeah, War Games pinball would be great. What's another one? Knight Rider. They never made a Knight Rider pinball.
No Knight Rider. No Napoleon Dynamite pinball.
Oh yeah, there's a virtual Knight Rider pinball somebody made.
I don't like virtual pinball. It's just the physics still just don't do it for me.
No.
Maybe if it was a VR.
Knight Rider pinball exists. St. Louis Pin Cider. Mattbot created a... Well, this is cool. I'm going to put this in the chat.
We hear the audio of whatever it is you're watching.
What did he convert? Ooh, it's pretty sexy. I'm going to put this in the chat. Hang on.
Okay. Adam's the only person that can copy and paste into the chat, so let's see what...
Oh, here we go. It's on Facebook. Here you guys go.
Waiting.
Check that out.
Okay, I see it.
It's actually...
sorry, this content is not available right now.
What?
Must not be publicly shared.
What? How can that be? I'm public. I'm John Q. Public.
Pinhead's Pinball / videos.
Am I in Pinhead's group or something?
Perhaps. Let's see if I can make note of that. Pinhead's Pinball.
Do you have to be logged in? Oh no, it says you can't get to it. Well, let me find it. Pinball.
Well, that's interesting. They made it. Massive congrats to American Pinball, who said they would begin shipping their first production pin, Houdini, by the end of the year. They got one out on December 31st. I don't think that counts, but
No.
good job.
I'll post the YouTube video instead. How's that?
That sounds great. I didn't know there was a new pinball. This is great. Houdini? It's a great game, except for that your balls vanish.
Try that link. See if that works.
Okay, let's see here.
Yeah.
Lost track of my chat. Okay, here we go. YouTube. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's like and it's in a Williams cabinet, whatever it is.
It's legit. Blue LEDs. That's cool because the LEDs, I think, on the display in.
What game is this? He stole the
man,
game
it's
from
really nice.
something.
I mean, is it a Knight Rider where there's... No, the Corvette would be on the other side.
Oh, I like the...
It's a wreath.
The middle has...
Oh my god. Yeah?
Has Kit's little control panel in the middle.
Car. There's a car, and it looks like evil Michael Knight with a mustache.
Yeah.
And the ramps are like chromed. This is wild.
Devlin's in there.
Yeah, the middle display looks like the little console above the steering wheel.
Oh, I was going to say, there's no... Oh, I was like, where's the big red flashing light? And there it is. It's on the back glass. It's pretty sweet. That's awesome.
Wow.
It's a retheme of Williams Firepower 2.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
And that's the only one, huh?
Apparently. Well, that's kind of cool. I wonder if he brought it to CAX. That's pretty sweet. I approve.
Good job.
What other pinball would you like to see?
I would like to see a custom pinball that doesn't make any sense, like a 9 to 5. You know what? Like there'd be a little garage
Dabney
door
Coleman
opener.
on there.
Yeah, Dabney Coleman. That would be good.
Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious.
You have to the quizzes are in French, and you have to know the answer in French. You know, that kind of stuff. Remember how they sent Raj to France to learn, or to school to learn French, so that they could run the office without her? Was it Raj?
I don't know.
Roz.
I just looked up A-Team pinball.
Okay.
There's no such thing except for they did make a toy A-Team pinball with Mr. T on the back glass. That'd be fun.
Do we know what other pinballs are coming out in 2018?
I don't know. I think we should. I wonder if there's a way for we could play on a league long distance.
Well, if you get a NBA Fast Break, I can build some kind of an online kit to where we can play head to head.
That'd be fun. Pinball Magazine. Who's working on what?
That's the first result I saw.
There's a lot more pinball manufacturers than there used to be. Stern was it for many years, and now there's all these little independents popping up.
I think it's great. It's like a pinball renaissance.
It is. I found out there was a Xenon locally that I missed. Some basketball player bought it in Wisconsin.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Basketball player? Like a professional basketball player?
Yeah, which makes me wonder who the heck would even know what Xenon is. He must have just liked the theme. Because
I like the theme.
Well, it's pretty orgasmic, so.
Okay.
You put a coin in and it goes,
Oh. What?
Yeah, haven't you heard the sounds from Xenon?
Probably not. Do you have easy access?
I do. Do I?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Welcome to Xenon. Try tube shop. Try tube shop. Xenon. Exit 1.
That's annoying.
Man, how much did they pay that girl to speak breathlessly?
Well, that's actually Suzanne Ciani.
What?
She was a pioneering synthesizer artist in the late 70s. She was actually on. Remember when Dave Letterman had a daytime talk show before he went to?
Oh, not at all.
Well, he had he was almost like a Phil Donahue, but it was too weird. People didn't understand what to do with him because he was because he's still Dave, even though he's doing a show a variety show where he has people on. But anyway, Dave Letterman had her on his show. And she did this whole thing with a synthesizer. And then she was on, you remember Omni, the television show Omni, based on the magazine?
I think I do.
And Peter Ustinov narrated it. Well, he did an episode of Omni.
Oh, wait, I don't remember it. I was thinking of Nova.
Yeah,
sorry.
Kind of along the same lines. So,
okay.
But anyway, Peter Ustinov did an episode where he's talking about the microchip. And at the time, this is like 1979, they were working on Xenon, and Suzanne Ciani was doing all of the synthesizer stuff for it. So Bally had hired her to record the sounds and that would go into the game, that would be sampled in the game. And they had just broken they had just been able to break the RAM size barrier to a point where they could record female voices, because up until that point the only thing you really had heard was like Gorgar or something, so very low res, terrible sound. So anyway, ultimately she ended up recording all the sounds for that game, and it's a very orgasmic game. I mean, you put in the coins and she's like yeah.
Okay.
There's a whole review too. You ever watch the guy that does Classic Game Room?
Yes.
He does a review on Xenon.
Okay.
And part of his shtick is that he just keeps putting quarters in so he can hear her do that. So, but it's a great pin. It was one that I actually sought out because of that. And it was Bally's first solid state multi-ball game. And it featured the tube, which had never been done. So you shoot it up a ramp, and it goes through a tube, and gets locked in, and then you have two balls in that multi-ball scenario once you get it released. So,
hey, Kelsey joined.
Really?
Fine. Yeah, he's like, did I miss anything?
Oh no.
Did Dan Reed quit the show yet? He calls him Dave Reed.
Did Dave Reed quit the show yet? Well, we just left him out of the intro. We did use a sample of his voice.
Yeah, so technically he did participate, but in a limited manner.
That thing is horrid.
There we go.
It's horrid.
You know what? You need a bunch more of Dan Reed drops.
I know.
We have to go looking for some of those.
Go for the first season.
Or just get him like when we know that we can get him, and then just record them, and then that will be him. Virtual Dan Reed.
I like Casey's introduction. Hey, blankos.
Yeah.
What? Oh, Three's Company pinball. He wants a Three's Company pinball. I think
that'd be cool. Like you could have like a little like what was the name of the bar that they always went to?
I don't know.
The Regal Beagle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could have like a Regal Beagle, like a little mini pinball that you could play. Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of a funny name if you think about it. The Regal Beagle, it's a dog. A royal dog. I don't know.
Yeah.
Stripping a Donkey Kong control panel while I listen. That's what Kelsey's up to here.
Stripping a
Jack's Bistro. Oh yeah, Jack's Bistro when he started his own show. Did you remember that? What the hell was the sequel to Three's Company?
Oh, well, if only we had the internet or something.
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. Three's a Crowd.
Three's a Crowd. Yeah, 1984 to 85, a whole season. So,
wow, it started 1 week after the final episode of Three's Company was broadcast,
and it starred John Ritter.
Of course.
I don't remember this at all.
I do. It's terrible.
Huh. Was there another spinoff from that show?
The Ropers.
Yeah, The Ropers. Wasn't that?
Yeah. I enjoyed The Ropers.
Was that on for more than a season?
That's a good question. I mean, again, we have this thing called the internet.
Oh, let me
The
find out. Here we go. The Ropers ran for 28 episodes, 2 seasons, 79 to 80.
And they couldn't invite him back because they'd already given Don Knotts the slot.
Oh.
I think Don Knotts, that was kind of a cool, actor for you to get to backfill.
Yeah.
Don Knotts.
Yeah. Cancellation. 1980. Huh.
We're all the better for it. What's fun, if you go to YouTube and look for Man About the House, which is the British version of the show, you can watch the pilot episode. And then once you watch the pilot episode of that, then look for Three's Company pilot episodes. And there's several where they have different actresses. I think they even had no, it was still John Ritter.
Mm.
But they're all doing the same shtick. So there's like the British version, and then there's the rejected version of the English pilot, and then the U.S. pilot, rather, and then the actual U.S. pilot. But all three had the same episode.
That's a lot to know about Three's Company.
Dude, I have a lot of free time sometimes. I mean, when you're waiting for like my database to populate, what am I going to do? I'm going to use the YouTubes.
That's funny.
We have like we use Flyway, which seeds data, and it's not fast, so it lets you do stuff. Extracurricular activity.
You know what else didn't ever get a pinball machine? Battlestar Galactica.
That would be good. Dude, the Ropers logo, it's like the small text that says the, and then Ropers big, and then there's like a splooge next to their name.
Kind of looks like the Rapers.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
What's the splooge?
I don't know. It's very 70s.
I guess. I'm glad you know what splooge means.
Oh, boy.
Kids these days are like, splooge, is that in like Africa or something?
Yeah, it's in Africa.
Yeah, is it?
Have you heard of it? I cannot believe there's no Battlestar Galactica pin. They made a Buck Rogers one.
Yeah, but it's just like Flash Gordon. It's just not, doesn't do it justice.
Yeah. But I still want a Buck Rogers pin just for the back glass.
What would be cool though is to take the Flash Gordon pinball and program a new soundboard and have it have
all of them.
Samples.
Yeah, Buck Rogers, Star Trek, all those games from the 70s that were just kind of meh.
Maybe that could be our arcade radio. Like that's our project.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man was this big, wide body, Marvel game that is just boring. I don't know.
But I mean, all the soundboard is a bunch of triggers. So figure out how to wire those in.
Well, they did that with Kiss, right? Before the Kiss pinball came out, didn't somebody convert an old Kiss to have sounds in it? I thought somebody did that.
Well, I mean, I'm sure everybody's done everything, but let's take it to another level.
Yeah, just start doing sound kits for old games.
Right, that's it. And we'll throw in some arcade radio like advertisements in the middle.
I will tell you, there is a pin that I want to get. And I don't know why I like Bally pins. Maybe it's just because they have fun themes, but I really want a Bally Strikes and Spares. It's got a terribly inappropriate back glass.
Check that out.
Yeah. I generally hate like sports themes that get used in pinball. I don't understand why they did that all the time. Like poker and bowling, and it's like
oh yeah, I like that girl.
Yeah, no, she's awesome. I really want one of those. And apparently the Star Trek original back glass had the characters were wearing original uniforms, and then they had to redo the art because the motion picture had just come out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Is that the one that you were telling me that the Star Trek that somebody else bought?
Yeah.
Is that particular one?
Yeah. It's nice. So, and it's just weird because it has the weird hybrid Enterprise that has the dish on the front, and it has them wearing their motion picture outfits, but Uhura's in there. There's no Ilea because she wasn't in the original series and wasn't drawn into the original back glass.
You know, literally, they were going to start making a sequel to the TV series called Phase 2.
Oh, yeah, I have a book on it.
Oh, man, I got to see that because they did a lot of work. Like, they had all sorts of stuff. I mean, that would have been kind of cool to do. I think there's actually a fan series called Phase 2 somewhere.
Well, they yeah, I think so too. But they used all that stuff in Star Trek: The Motion Picture because what happened was Star Wars came out and it changed the game. So they're working on that new series, and all of a sudden Star Wars gets released and Paramount goes, we need a movie. We need it quick. What do we have that we can put out there? Because this thing's selling like crazy. That year, in 1977, when Star Wars finally came out, May 25th, it made $79 million that year.
Which is a lot.
Yes.
I was looking, though. It's fallen quite a ways on the top 100 grossing movies, but it's still up there and kind of intriguing because a lot of money was made when it was re-released in 1997 or 1998. Remember those re-releases he did? Like every month, like in January he put out Star Wars, and then Empire Strikes Back came out the next month.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happened, man.
79 million today.
Are we doing math?
Yeah.
Stop it.
It would be 240 million today.
My dad bought Star Trek the motion picture on DVD. No, wait, did he rent it or? No, I guess he rented it.
I saw it on HBO the first time.
The day I got like a 5th grade vomit going on.
Wow. Oh, sorry. 79 million is equivalent to 320 million in 2017.
That's good.
Yeah. That's crazy. But, you know, the new one's over 1 billion worldwide.
Oh, yeah, they're doing great. It's gangbusters.
So.
Hold on, I have another story.
Oh, okay.
There was this girl named Martha that lived like a street away from me here. And for some reason, I don't know why, I had to buy her a present because she had a birthday party. And me and my dad were at the store and we saw Star Trek the Motion Picture, the LP, orchestra,
Yeah, I have it.
And so we were like, oh, and I'm like, hey, let's buy that, record it, and then we'll give it to Martha as a present.
Mm-hmm.
That was the worst possible present you can get, like a 10-year-old girl. She was like, what the F is this?
It's a used record.
Oh, my God. Everybody there was like, you're an idiot. You don't deserve to be at this party because of this crap present you got. And I'm like, what's wrong? It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. It was awful. I just remember that it became silent. Like there were 30 or 40 people at this party. And she opened it up and they were like, what the hell is that? I'm sorry. Back to you. Back to you, Adam.
I don't know. I think it's time to wrap up for the night.
Yeah, I think we did good.
Yeah, I need to go and put up some neon in the basement. So
let me take the Christmas lights down.
Oh yeah. No, you don't want to do that.
My neon's already up. You know what I want to do is go to that. I have a Tron recognizer neon and it doesn't start. What do you do if your neon won't come on?
It's either the starter or I don't know if it has a starter, but the gas could be dead.
It comes on sometimes. I guess that's a job for Google. What's this? This is kind of funky.
This is my new outro song for today.
Shut up! You're debuting it now? Oh, I love that bass beat. It's really faint. I can't quite hear it.
Here, I'll play it for you again. This is it. How's that?
It's badass. And it just kind of ends.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, I could play, I have a couple of songs that I could play too, but that's kind of...
No, that's a good one.
And I have a slow one too, for when we have a downer ending.
A loving ending?
Yeah. It's called Luminous.
And our galaxy formed.
Space, the final frontier.
And Jesus rose to the heavens.
It's kind of a trippy beat. I just need lyrics. Yeah. Yeah, I think those were recorded in 2008 or 9. So,
in anticipation for our need of a new closing theme?
No. That one was from 2009. I have another one that's from that starts out like that other one, but it's a longer version. So, like this one. There's your coin on the floor.
Oh.
Should people vote which one they want to be the outro song? This would be the outro song. I don't know what instrument that is even. It's like, I don't know what was that anyway.
I don't know, but I have a song that I made. Let me send you the link and you can play it.
Okay.
Sending it to you through the group chat on the Hangout.
This is one I played before on the show. This one's from 2009 also. But those are all Atari sounds mostly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
I'm looking in the links.
It's in the group chat, not in the...
Temporal something or another.
Yeah, there you go.
Sound.
Temporal. There you go.
Ooh, like this. We should use this. Oh, yeah. I've used that sample.
Got a little one. There you go.
This is good. We could use this too.
I like it.
Probably get flagged. Wait a second.
Of course, it's GarageBand.
Is that your living room?
Is that what?
There's a picture of an arcade game that looks a lot...
Oh, yeah.
I had my 1943 looks almost identical to yours. The faded control panel. I don't know why people like that game so much.
Everybody has to have a 1943.
You switch gears here in the middle. I like this. It's almost like Miami Vice now. Little Yan hammer. Oh, I like this. I want to take the middle from like 1 minute in. I want to take that.
I'll get you the file. You can have file.
And we can use it. Oh yeah, it's a good arcade radio outro. It's building. I like when it builds. Here we go.
I like it.
Yeah, I like this a lot. It makes it,
I may have done this loop one time too many.
Yeah, but if we're doing it as an outro, it'd work great.
Right.
Big finish. Oh, yeah, I've used that thing in the background there too. That's pretty funny. Like,
Yeah.
that background sound is like the same as the one that's in here. This ratchet up. You're just using it differently.
Right.
Isn't that funny? We could just mix their songs right in together.
I know. Sounds like one of those, hey, Tiger, play a song. So we can use the bathroom. That's awesome.
That's the end of the show.
All right.